3.
Good morning and welcome to Northside Student News. First on our agenda will be how the Islamic State is moving back to Iraq. Covering us on this will be Evelyn.
The Islamic State has returned to Iraq, but they moved in far from the front line. A city retaken from the state 1 year ago called Ramadi, provincial capital of Anbar, has found its files of those accused of working with the Islamic State missing. There has also been street-to-street fighting for 2 years now, currently the longest street conflict between the Islamic State and Iraqi military. The Islamic State has also taken advantage of government corruption in the city, being able to bribe people as little as $20 to gain a laminated security pass, which gives Islamic State members access to the city, making it easy to infiltrate and sabotage. Meanwhile, in the province of Salahuddin, located in Iraq, a mayor was threatened with death by Islamic State members who had recently returned to his small town. However, rival groups like Al-Qaeda have also made attempts to gain control of land held by the Islamic State. An attempt was made Sunday to drive the terrorists out of western Mosul, the state's capital. 3 years of fighting for Mosul and the surrounding area has led to the destruction of towns and cities, displacing thousands of people. Back to you, Alexia.
Besides the conflict between the Islamic State and Iraq, Turkey and Russia are also having some disagreements based on aircraft. On to you, Hayden.
Turkey says it will retaliate after another Russian invasion of Turkish airspace. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan warned Moscow, Russia, that on Saturday it would be forced to endure the consequences if its jets continued to violate Turkish airspace. Turkey also said another Russian warplane violated its airspace on Friday despite several warnings to discuss the invasion. President Erdogan said he had attempted to reach the Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss issues but the Russian President hadn't responded. The first plane Turkey brought down was a Russian Su-24 bomber near the border of Syria on November 24th, but Russia claims the plane never crossed the Syrian border. The Russian military sent missile systems to Syria and warned it would fend off any threat against its aircrafts. Moscow also punished Turkey by imposing multiple economic sanctions designed to strike barriers, but Russian warplanes had been launching airstrikes against Turkmen forces inside Syria for the past couple of days, Turkey said. The Turkish Air Force claims they warned the Russian aircraft 10 times over the span of 5 minutes before they opened fire on the aircraft. It is unsure how the tensions between Turkey and Russia will result and is not yet proven who is telling the truth. Back to you, Alexia.
And now, instead of conflict, Syria may be looking at peace between them and Syrian rebels. Ian is here to fill us in.
Syria is currently holding peace talks with the Syrian rebels to end warfare between them. The peace talks are taking place at the United Nations, and it is the first one in over a year and is the fourth peace talk held between them. The first of the peace talks failed, and the second one, named the Vienna talks, failed soon after in June 2012. The third peace talk was suspended in February 2016 when the Syrian army pushed back the rebels and took back East Aleppo. Morale is low among the Syrians, and most people doubt it will work. The Syrian president may be removed from office if the rebels win, and what will happen afterwards is currently undecided. As of now, there is a ceasefire in place, and it is fragile, but still holding out. 5 million civilians have fled Syria over the past few years, and Russia is providing humanitarian aid. The rebellion started due to protests against high unemployment rates and also protests against unfair and neglectful treatment of Syrian citizens. The resulting group was the FSA, also known as the Free Syrian Army. Some estimates say that 300,000 people have been killed in the rebellions, and the lives of many depend on a successful bid for peace. Back to you, Alexia.
10-second trivia. How long ago did modern bees appear on Earth? A. About 50 million years ago. B. About 65 million years ago. C. 146 to 174 million years ago. Or D. 275 to 300 million years ago. The answer is B. About 65 million years ago. Bees have been on Earth millions of years longer than humans have, and in this time they have lived through every single environmental change the Earth has been through. New studies have shown that even though bees have small brains, they solve complex problems quickly to gain a reward. This trait in bees could possibly help them overcome human-caused environmental changes like climate change. That's all we have for you on today's newscast. Thank you for watching, and I hope you see us tomorrow.
The humble bumblebee has a surprisingly flexible brain. They can come up with the most efficient solution to receive a reward rather than simply mimicking what they see others do. Bees were taught to move a ball to the center of a platform. If successful, they got a sugary treat. They were taught by other bees, by fake bees held by scientists, or by invisible ghost bees, actually a magnet. But they didn't learn so well from the ghost bees. Real bees were better teachers. Rather than mimicking the conditions they were shown, bees went off script to solve problems. The demonstrations they learned from all involved yellow balls. This ball is black, not yellow, but the bee still chooses it as the closest ball to the center. She knows she doesn't need a yellow ball specifically. Any ball will do to solve the problem. This kind of cognitive flexibility is previously unknown in insects. Clever girls.
That's all we have for you on today's newscast. Thank you for watching, and I hope you see us tomorrow.